Hello, everyone, and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast, as part of a Spectra Dossier. This audio podcast, as part of a SZtorm. This audio podcast, as part of a Giant Squadron. This audio podcast, as part of a Storm Robotics production. In this audio podcast, a little bit sort of looking at looking at the centric strategy, one of the centric strategies, or centric strategy, as part of peer-reviewed and published works from 2015, and sort of works looking at the Lord Mayor of Bristol, Bristol sort of southwest, sort of blood and solid organ transplantation campaign, and it sort of works from 2000 around 2013. So in looking at the one of the centric one of the centric strategies, one of the centric strategies was, whilst there is now more evidence of communities becoming more aware of how blood and solid organ transplants help save lives, more regional and national approaches can be adapted to enable practice to become more evidence based. The Lord Mayor of Bristol Southwest campaign in 2013, around 2013. In around 2013, it was one sort of campaign of works that addressed or sought to address the all party parliamentary kidney group, APPKG, and NKF, National Kidney Federation 2012's manifesto first call to action point the need for more members of BAME communities to take more centric, take more of a centric basis and sign up to blood and organ donation registers. In around some of the activities, so the introduction of peer professional education program had been planned as part of the campaign. Members of the communities would be provided with training and education so they can share understanding and awareness about the importance of blood and organ donation with peers or amongst peers. Peer educators can either be contracted or volunteer services. It had also been proposed to have more training implemented for nursing and medical staff as for NHS England's continuous professional development plan. Accredited CPD or continuous professional development sessions could be based, for example, at the Royal Society of Medicine in London, the RSM in London, to help healthcare professionals and teachers and scholars to keep up to date on how to enhance services for individuals from different faiths. Campaign drivers and champions had also been aiming to maximize the utilization of social media platforms to report and disseminate activities. That draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of a Spectra Dossier. This audio podcast as part of a Giant Squadron. This audio podcast as part of a SZtorm. This audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics production.